Turn me up.
It was good, y'all. It's your boy Intro. This is MediaOnFire.com. My name couldn't have any kind of, killer this or anything crazy, you know what I'm saying? So I was just going through a lot of general stuff like books, CDs, and then, DMX had this this album called And Then There Was X. And then, the introduction, I played the introduction. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna name myself Intro. I'm not gonna name myself Outro, Conclusion, or anything that those just didn't fit. But Intro just fit. Shout out to Casper the Ghost. He was making beats. I was writing. There was a few of us in the beginning, and then we was just like, that shit is crack. Crack was just a term like dope. You know what I'm saying? It was just hot. No affiliation with the streets, but we was like, that music is crack. And then we wanted to affiliate something old school. Since the term crack was new, we wanted to affiliate something old, from the roots. We said, you know what? We really brought hip hop out. Where did it really start? Southside Bronx, Grandmaster Flash, Furious 5, Funkmaster Flags. You know what I'm saying? Like these type of names, and people were just flowing around the air. We just said, we're gonna name it Crack Masters, Crack Masters Productions, and then it became CMP. It was like towards the end of high school, and I had to make a decision whether I'm gonna go to college or whether I'm gonna, pursue this music, just keep on going with it. And my cousin Jay Louie came to my crib around spring vacation. Our birthdays is like, a day apart, so it was in March, April-ish. And he had this flyer, and it was like a movie. He was like, yo, this is the ticket out the hood. And it was a school I ended up going to, IAR, Institute of Audio Research. And that's where everything started for me. While I was in IAR, this was like around 2007, August 2007. I started. I wasted no time, and I got my first internship at EMI Music Publishing that October in the A&R department with Omar Grant. So that's when I was really in the game. That's when it first started for me. I really do have what it takes. You gotta be a hustler. It has to be in your blood. It has to be within you. It has to be innate. Yeah, this is a business. It's the music business. 90% business, 10% talent. That talent is just like the prerequisite. You just gotta have it. Nowadays you really don't, but I think I got what it takes, man. My daily grind is kind of hard to explain because I'm not only an artist. Sometimes most of the time I do know what I'm doing. Shows, shooting a video, for myself or someone else, engineering, producing, because I don't only do music, so, it's just main focus is getting money. At first, it was just rapping for me. I wasn't doing videos, I wasn't doing production. Engineering, I was kind of mediocre with it. But now, I love it all. Partially because it helps me out, put some money in my pocket. I ain't gonna lie. It helps me do certain things that I couldn't have done if I was just only rapping. So I can't say that I just like one thing. I like it all. I'm creative. To a certain extent, still my title, but yeah, I would. Oh man, my experiences in that studio. My experience in that studio was, I don't even know how to describe it. Like it was part of the dream, man. It was exciting. It was, always something new. I was like, what, 19 at the time, 18, 19, working with Styles. I started off interning as a second engineer in the studio. You know, under my man Fever. Shout out to Fever. You know, I've worked with a lot of great people through Styles. It was definitely a blessing working with Styles. Fever's a great guy. You know what I'm saying? He's a great producer, and he's one of the people that I feel, you know, is underrated for his talent. You know, he worked with a lot of people. I met him as an engineer producer, and now, you know, he's working on bigger and better things. He was like my brother in the game, brother period. You know what I'm saying? He taught me everything I need to know. Speed, man, that's all I can say. Omar Grant, Irk Productions. You know what I'm saying? Within that whole era, with that whole time I was working with these dudes, I've worked with Little Mo. I got a chance to work with Fabulous, Freck Billionaire. I worked with a group signed to Sony and Violator Management, a group called The Day. I've worked with Uncle Murda, Mano, worked with Riz. I've worked with Al B. I'll be back. Shout out to Al B. Who else have I worked with? Damn, I worked with shit. Pardon me if I can't remember. Aside from artists, I've worked with, of course, Styles. I've worked with Sean Money XL, G Unit. I've worked with Dre McKenzie from G Unit. I've worked with Violator Management. Worked with Hot 97. I've worked with Atlantic Records. Worked with who else? I worked with quite a few people, I'm not gonna lie. It's been a blessing. Yeah. I was supposed to work with 50, but I didn't get a chance to work with 50. Yeah, I definitely, you know, used to record them mixtape joints, reference joints, cut off the album, stuff like that. Yeah, man, it's like family right there. I ain't seen them in a minute, but yeah, you know what I mean? I learned a lot from those brothers, and it feels real good. It felt real good working with them because I'm from Brooklyn, they're from Brooklyn. They're not from my part of town, and I'm not from their part of town, but they've been on my sides, I've been on their sides. It's the streets, you know, it's like, damn, like you came from where I'm from and you made it, you know what I'm saying? I'm working with you right now, like, you know what I'm saying? I was big for me. I'm really focused more on the artistry and production, but, you know, 50, you know what I'm saying? #1. Yo, listen to my mixtape, 50. I gave you my mixtape, so take a listen to that when you get a chance. I know you're busy. Banks, the whole G Unit, you know, as an artist now, like I want to work with them as an artist or a producer. G Unit, the whole Dipset, Vado, French, Montana, Murda. You owe me a verse, Murda. Styles, I ain't forget you owe me a verse. So I'm looking forward to that. Mano, anybody, Fab, Freck, whole street fam, you know what I'm saying? Gucci, Waka, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, Eminem. If Pac was alive, I'll be the first person I'd want to work with. But yeah, man, like anybody who, you know, I respect everybody in the game. Like, you know, it's definitely a grind. You know, it's more than just the music. So anybody that's willing to work with me, you know, beggars can't be choosers. So whoever, you know, feels that my music is popping, you know, definitely I'll work with you. I would like to. Nah.
Yeah. Yeah. Swag.
Alright, there's one thing about the industry, man. What you see and what you hear, chances are it's not the truth, good or bad. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there's a lot of people that I might just work with or do business with, you know, we just never fuck with them on a personal level. You know, I just won't ever brush shoulders with them, you know, or like. And there's certain people that I feel like is real, you know. Sometimes I feel like the money gets to people's heads and they forget where they came from, you know, or there's a lot of fake nigga shit that goes on, but I'm not gonna say everybody's fake. Just gotta filter it out. So I have mixed feelings about the industry. I feel like niggas portray to be real niggas, but they not. You know what I'm saying? People portray a lot of things. They don't have what they do. I just feel like, you know, I know you're doing it for business and all that, but you're gonna be real. You ain't gotta say it. Just be who you are. You know what I'm saying? Be yourself. The game is funny and talk, but bitches call me Poppy, and I stay in the gym to keep a hard body. We'll tell you, this can be considered advice or harsh constructive criticism. I was in the studio with Shy Money and Riz. You know what I'm saying? Shy Money, Riz, and my cousin Jay Blue. I'll never forget this. You know, first I was working with Shy for about maybe a week in the studio, and we was working on some detox stuff, some stuff with Dr. Dre, and you know, I was making beats, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I was thinking, you know, my shit is hot, you know, got the connect, you know, or I'm good in with Shy Money, you know, he know I'm Haitian now, I'm a young boy, you know, we smoking, everything's cool, you know what I mean? And then, you know, I submitted a beat for with a hook, you know, like Detox 50 on the hook. I was trying to, you know, do the little songwriting joint, you know, trying to get something for 50, you know, get a little publishing check, you feel me? And then this nigga just gave me, you know, some constructive criticism saying, yo, don't ever send nobody this garbage again. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever send nobody this shit. Don't send me this, you know what I'm saying? If you really want to get on, you know, just really sit down, pay attention to what's going on, and, you know, you'll get a placement or whatever. But this right here ain't gonna work. That shit just, that was one of the advices I got from Shy Money. That made me a better man today. Do you? You know what I'm saying? The game is like the streets. You know what I'm saying? To a certain extent, sounds cliche, but it's the truth. You know, you just gotta do you. People are not gonna respect you for having a handout. I've learned that. You just gotta do you. No one knows what's the next big thing. No one knows what's the next move. But everybody's just, you know, everybody just calculating. Everybody's taking, you know, guess. You know, just living off of life. Everybody, you know, is doing them. Everybody's working. What I learned from the game, you know, people respect self-made dudes to a certain extent. Some don't, you know what I'm saying? The game is just weird. The game is life. You know, an artist, what I've learned is superstars still have problems, and people who have money may still not have money, or, you know, like people may still be going to court and you got a show the same day. Part of me, I learned a lot. I learned how these publication, how does it, you know, how does XXL fit in the culture? How do these industries work? How do they get cross promotion? You know, I could talk about that all day, man. No regrets, but I just wish that what I know now I knew back then, and who I am now, I wish that was me back then. You know, I wish that I was more mature, more humble, and I just, sometimes you gotta let your pride go just a little bit, just to intake what someone's telling you, or learn a game. Like, I came from streets type of environment, so for me it was kind of like fresh out of high school, wild boy, you know what I'm saying, and rapping and being amongst street dudes as well as intellectual people. But to have to learn a whole new game, like I seen Jesus in the documentary, and he said that I had to know this game. This was a different game from the streets or whatever, just certain ethics that that was real to you. So I wish I kind of understood the game and understood just everything that I know now, what I'm going through now. I just wish I did it already, and I already knew. Media on Fire. That's number 1. Number 2 will be thisis50.com. Number 3 will be WorldStar. I fuck with VladTV.com. And I'll say the 5th one would be Two Dope Boys. Shows, endorsements, new mixtape, bigger and better. I mean, I'm always, if you follow my career, you follow my work, follow who I am, you know that I'm always hustling, I'm always thinking of new things, I'm always trying to read and learn and study the greats, study how Diddy, Jay, 50, Russell Simmons, even Steve Jobs, Warren Buffett, just trying to get this money, you know what I'm saying? So what's next up for me, who knows? But I know I ain't gonna fail in whatever I'm trying to do. And if I do fail, then I'm gonna learn, I'm gonna get right back up, and I'm gonna go harder than I ever went. You know what I'm saying? Go harder. And then, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna stop. In the words of Diddy, you know what I'm saying? I ain't no sprinter. I'm a marathon runner. Did I doubt myself? Do I doubt myself? Never doubted myself, and I don't doubt myself. 2 things. God first. Then I believe myself, which is second. Shout out to MediaOnFire.com. Shout out to the whole CNP camp. Shouts out to everybody and anybody who believes in me or believed in me. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that gave me an opportunity to work with them. You know what I'm saying? You guys didn't have to do it, but you guys still did. I mean, that's it.